Hello, you guys. Welcome back. I'm Tarzan,
I'm Pedro.
and this is the Now That We're Men.
This is another Woman podcast. Today, you probably got a little hint from the title, but we're going to be talking about How I Met Your Mother.
Or How I Met Your Father?
Exactly. It's a new series coming to you to Hulu that's going to star Hilary Duff.
Yeah.
And we are very much big fans of the original How I Met Your Mother. And we know all the good things and the bad things that happened in How I Met Your Mother. Especially the ending. Fuck the ending.
Literally just the way to watch it for all our people, for all the people that haven't watched How I Met Your Mother. You have to watch all the way through except for the last episode. You just pretend that doesn't exist.
Yeah, just don't watch the last episode and you'll be fine. You'll love the show.
You'll love the fucking show.
Yeah, but today we're going to go over the things we love, the things we don't love, and will serve as a spoiler alert because we're going to go over things that happened in the show. This is your warning. Click off if you haven't seen it because it's a great show. I really hope, this is my first thing I'm going to say, I really hope a character doesn't steal the catchphrase, legend, wait for it, dairy.
You can't put it off. Nobody can put it off.
In the interviews that they've done with the cast and the producers, they said legend, wait for it, dairy. Like every single one has said it in interviews.
Yeah.
So I know they're going to bring it back, but I'm going to hate it.
Yeah. If they bring it back, I'm going to hate it. Unless it's Barney Stinson. If it's Barney Stinson cameoing and he's like, it's going to be legend, wait for it. There.
Yeah. Oh my god, imagine what if they did a cameo with him in it and he has like a dairy themed like restaurant or something and he's like the main like manager there.
Legendary.
Yeah, that'd be so fucking funny.
It definitely makes me nervous. Here's how I would have rebooted the show or like done a quick spin-off. I would have just done the mother side, like the actual mom, you know. I would have done her take her side, and then I would just basically been like, don't fucking listen to the last episode of the other show. This is how it really ended.
Yeah. That would have been great fan service.
Great fan service.
I think that's what it's wrong with a lot of the sequels that we see. That's true. None of them are really serving the fans, or they don't have the fans in mind. The real thing is money and new people.
Yeah.
Like they want to bring new people into these places, which is why a lot of the sequels fucking suck.
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna make this an example that a lot of you might not get, but have you ever watched Total Drama Island?
Yeah.
That's a great show.
Great show.
Really good.
Funny as fuck.
But then, now they're doing things called Total Drama Rama, which is like a bunch of them as little kids together.
That's dumb.
Which makes no sense whatsoever. Like, they're not supposed to know each other. And now we see them all as kids. Like, it just doesn't make sense, right? But having the actor who played the mother, having her side of the story would have been so good.
Because we even get a snippet of that towards the last season, where like at one point they show an episode where she's like going through her life as Ted's going through his life, and like I fucking loved that.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, that's funny.
And the good thing about this is, realistically, what they could do, because that actor is still pretty young.
Yeah,
she still looks the same as she did before.
Exactly.
And what they could do is they can film the end of it first. That way we can have all the original actors. They're all like, you know, how they are right now. Like, it'll be fine. They can film the last few episodes that went with the series together with everyone else. And then once they do that, they can go back to the beginning and film everything else. But, like, I just think it'd be so good.
Yeah.
Like, and that actor is so fucking good.
And you'd still be getting a whole different story plot. Because if you do the same shit that Ted did in How I Met Your Mother, which is like basically go a big ass roundabout to get to where he met his wife, and she did that was meeting Ted, then yeah,
it makes sense. You can keep the same sort of story that we had with How I Met Your Mother, except now it's from the mother's perspective, and you're gonna get the same ending.
Yeah.
But it's the same stories we loved from How I Met Your Mother.
And you're not even getting this, not necessarily even the same stories, because it's...
Yeah, totally different stories.
Totally different set, yeah.
But it's the same sort of, like, storyline where, like you said...
Yeah, you have the same route.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you're getting a different story, because you're getting different characters, like, all new characters. You're not going to see the original cast until, like, the very end.
Yeah, and I've always said this, like, I never have, like, crushes on like women, like actresses or women anything, but her, amazing. Like amazing. If I had to choose like a Woman Crush Wednesday to post on my story every day back in 2000 whatever, it'd be her.
Just so you know, I am in love with you, and I would give you the world.
Kristen Hilary. I can't say the same thing because I'm in a relationship, but just know.
But yeah, that's how I would have rebooted it. Yeah. Now let's get to the way they're gonna do it. Now it's gonna be Hulu.
Yeah, which they made. Well, it's not the same directors or anything, but Hulu itself has made some good originals. Yeah. Like, have you watched Palm Springs, right?
Yes.
With Kristen Milioti.
And
amazing.
And Samberg,
yeah, that was an amazing movie.
Amazing rom-com, you know. Like I can't say it was the like most cinematographic fucking Oscar-winning movie, but it was definitely a great movie.
Yeah, like I would watch that again and again. Awesome. But the thing is, for this new series though, they do have the original producers. Yeah. On like the creators of the show are on as producers, which is good. It's a good sign. Mm-hmm. The only problem is it is totally new writers. Yes. Who have written other things. I think one of the things was the Hey Victor, and there was one other show that I had never heard of. Mm-hmm. But even like Hey Victor, I've seen some people kind of like it, some people hate it. So it's like, we don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. With this whole new gender bend of the show, you know, it goes good or bad. You know, we all want to see a woman as the main character, but we've also talked about it that when it goes to a certain point where it's only about saying that women are better than men, and not saying, and not just generally, but like putting the belief that we're all equal. Yeah, that's where it goes off the rails. You know?
I just hope they treat this as an original series. Yeah, is I think what I'm at. Like, I don't want them to be like, oh, we want to do exactly what How I Met Your Mother was, but just change the man for a woman. Yeah, like I don't want to see the same exact thing. And I don't want to see them making references to like, oh, like this is better because it's a woman, or like, you know, we hate men, you know, like I'll link to a video down below, but that's basically the argument that a lot of male parts that are then transformed to women and then made like their sole purpose to be woman empowerment, like that. Those are the ones that suck. Like I love seeing women-led films, women in power. Like I love that. Yeah. Like, I want my significant other to be a woman in power. Like, that's what I like. I want someone who earns more money than me. I want to marry a neurosurgeon.
I want to be a stay-at-home dad. I want
to be domed. You know what I mean?
I want to be wearing an apron and cleaning the dishes when my wife gets home, so I can give her a foot massage from the long, stressful day she had at work.
But what I don't want is a woman who's going to be like, oh, men are fucking trash. Like, I'm better than you because I'm a woman. I'm smarter than you because I'm a woman. Like, none of that should fucking matter. Yeah. And that's what a lot of shows go wrong when they have women replace male roles. So I hope that doesn't happen.
I definitely want this to succeed because I like the show, so I want it to succeed in its own way.
Yeah. And I like the actor who played Lizzie McGuire. Yeah. Who I'm
Hilary
just blanking on her name
Hilary
right now.
Duff? Yeah. Yeah. We read, it was like on every other sentence on the article we just read.
I have a bad memory, but yeah, Hilary Duff is great.
Yeah, Hilary Duff.
Like, she's funny. She's been in a lot of good roles. And I want her to succeed, but sometimes with the writing, she might not be able to. Yeah. So we'll see. I guess, what are some things you don't want to see?
Well, I don't want to see the repeating of catchphrases. Yeah. I don't want somebody...
I don't want them to try to make...
I don't want some rando coming up here and saying, legend, wait for a dairy, you know? That's not what I need. Yeah.
Like we said, I think we don't want the show to repeat. Yeah. Like, we don't want to be like, oh, there's a female version of Marshall, a male version of Lily. Like, you know, it's just not going to be a good show.
Hulu did a good job with this on another show that I recommended you the movie. You found the show. You watched the show.
That's exactly what I was thinking about right now.
Yeah. It was 4 Weddings and a Funeral, and they did a gender bend because like originally the main protagonist was a male, and then in the TV series it was a female whose name is Natalie Emmanuel, and she did a great job. You know, I really liked that whole show. Like it had its own thing, and like it didn't need to be repeating the whole story plot from the movie. Yeah. Like it's kept the basis. You know, there's 4 weddings and there's a funeral. and they fucking ran with that, and it was amazing. And I like both the movie and the show.
Yeah,
as their own individual thing.
That's how things should be. Like, you can base something off a series that people love, but you need to do it in a way that's original, and they can stand alone. Like The Office, for example. Like, I know you're not the biggest fan of The Office, but The Office was already a thing in the UK.
Yes.
Then they made it's The Office, the concept, but totally new way here in the US. And people love both the UK Office and the American Office. Mm-hmm. Like, both of those things can stand alone, and that's, I think, what we need.
My number one advice for anybody who's watching How I Met Your Father and watch How I Met Your Mother is don't expect the same swordplay. Don't put your expectations there. Put your expectations for a new show.
Yeah. I think that's another thing that'll set up any show for failure, is comparing it to what was came before. Yeah. Because when you compare anything to what came before, it's not going to meet expectations most of the time.
Correct.
Or, like, even, like, when you talk about the series, I don't think you should talk about how great How I Met Your Mother was. I think you should talk about it in a way that I say, oh, there's this new show. It's based off How I Met Your Mother. Let's hope it's good. Yeah. Don't be like, oh, it's going to be good because it's based off a show that's already good.
And don't say it's going to suck because it's not going to meet up to those expectations.
Yeah, I think you should give it a fair chance and let it be its standalone thing. Yeah. Okay, look.
All right, we're cutting that.
We're cutting that out.
You returned from a cut from where Pedro gave up a whole good-ass idea.
I forget in the future we want to start doing, like, bigger projects. Yeah. So I literally just give away an idea for, like, an episode that was, I think, pretty good.
So we've covered everything. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. I'll put up a little thing of how many of you are subscribed. It's like none of you. It's like 80% of the people watching us are not subscribed. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. It's the dream.